by Southside Fitness in Dover. Visit the experts in Southside Fitness to reach your...
An epic night at Leary Field on Friday night. I promise you're going to like the ending. Mavericks Spotlight has the highlights right now. And practically the entire world in attendance for this one. The Portsmouth Jazz Band jamming out between innings. Former Patriots Super Bowl champions Patrick Pass and Harold Shaw getting in on the Frisbee Pizza action. And all eyes were on this pivotal matchup between the Martha's Vineyard Sharks and the Seacoast Mavericks, with ace pitcher and all-star select Austin French getting the start. French was having a tough time on the top of the first. Bases loaded, no outs. Mayer singles to right and drives in Ryan Kelly for a 1-0 lead. French helps himself out there, though, with a swinging strike three of Tim Bickford. But a hits batsman in the next at-bat would keep things in a messy bases loaded one-out situation. That's when Keith Oren stepped up and took matters in his own hands, hosing down Will Toffee at third for the second out and a shredded breather room for his pitcher. That's all French needed as he downs Tim Grawl. Call it damage control. Mavs escape, allowing just 2 runs to open tonight's contest. The Sharks counter with Nick Fuller making his 3rd appearance on the season, trying to duplicate his last start, a 22-1 win against the Titans, in which Fuller K'd 10. But the Seacoast had other plans. Mike Mastroberti rips one up the middle to load the bases with 1 out. And 2 batters later, Keith Oren, a tough chopper in the infield. It's too much for Toffee. Great hustle as always. The Mavericks get their first one on the board and take one back. Out of the top of second, French already pulled from the game, so it's Michael Nocera, freshman from Merrimack College, making his first appearance on the season, looking for some long relief pitching duties, and his boys in white were behind him the whole way. Great pick at third by Chris Hess. Very strong throw across the diamond. It's a perfect first inning pitched by Nocera. To the bottom of the third, keep this one in the back of your minds, folks. Base is empty for the leadoff hitter, Ryan Gendron, and Gendron brings the hammer. It's a solo blast that ties things up at 2, but more significantly, it adds $1,000 to the 50-50 raffle jackpot, courtesy of Hotel Portsmouth, and boy did it get the fans reaching for their wallets. More to come on that story. Top 4, Nocera looking strong, downs Anthony Maselli with backwards K. Then 3 batters later, Oren, he's gonna hose down the Sharks. Got him going, a perfect throw to close the inning. Score still knotted at 2 apiece. A common theme with Oren and the strong arm behind the plate. And there we go, it's only 2 innings since the jackpot home run, and the raffle tickets are flying off by the arm's length. And speaking of arms, Keith Oren, 1 more to the kill count. Are you kidding me? He gets Toffee again, this time all the way at second. An incredible throw, but also a big-time base running error by the Sharks. Top of the 6th, Andrew Schultz on the mound trying to preserve a 1-run deficit. Nope. Timmy Grawl with a blast to the next area code. It's a 2-run shot, puts Martha's Vineyard up by 3. But this Seacoast team is resilient, and more often than not, it has something to do with this guy, the veteran Mastroberti, a single up the middle. He's batting .333 on the season. Then Chris Hess laces one into left. It's first and second with no outs. The next batter is Keith Oren, and Oren, he's gonna wisely wear this inside pitch. Trouble brewing for Fuller, who had a strong outing going up to this point, but things starting to look a little dicey for the starter. But he lucks out here big time as David Hopkins, he hits one hard straight into the double play. A run scores to cut the lead to 5-3, but it comes at a steep price of 2 outs for the Mavericks. Fortunately, these Mavericks are not afraid to hit with 2 outs, however, as this RBI single by Gendron is going to cap a 5-run bottom of the 6th for the home team. That puts them ahead 7-5. Tavares comes in with a great slide. And the Mavericks, having just hit the jackpot, now it's time for that one lucky high roller to cash in on the 50-50 ticket. It's a Portsmouth native that ought to be taking everyone out for drinks. Jarrett can't believe it with his 20 arm lengths of tickets. He is beside himself, but back to the action with a score tied at 7. Fasten your seatbelt, folks, for James Vernon, the closer. Cashed in on his 6th save last night, and he is looking to do it again. That's 2 strikeouts to end the 8th. Then in the 9th, he's going to get Toffee. Then Mayer. And Bickford is going to be his final victim. There was blood in the water late on Friday, and it was Vernon who went on the attack. We're in the top 10 of extras now. It's Testani down looking. Then Gall on the dropped strike 3. Easy put out at first, and Brandon Kotz catching nothing but air. Vernon's fired up, as is the entire Mavericks bench. 3 innings pitched, give it 8 strikeouts for the 6'4" hard-hurling right-hander. Now it's the Mavericks' turn, with Aiden O'Leary on second representing the game-winning run. Alex Merritt posts one into center. Was it deep enough for the tag, though? It's going to be a close play at third. The throw is there. The tag is not. He's safe. A very close play at the bag, but O'Leary appears to have just finagled his way around that tag. Sharks skipper John Toffee disagrees with the call. He certainly has a case, but the umpire was right on top of it and the call stands. So the Sharks getting tricky here. They play the odds, intentionally walk the hot-hitting right-hander Gendron. Instead, they'll pitch to Dalton Davis. It's Davis, bottom of the 10, 2 outs. Both teams outside their duckouts on their feet, and oh, did he get a hold of that one? A towering shot into the night sky. It's a walk-off, folks. Davis is going to get mobbed at the plate as the Seacoast Mavericks dance and celebrate their way to victory. What a finish. Final score 10-7. We caught up with Davis and Gendron to talk about the big win after the game.
I was just trying to get a good pitch to hit. I've been struggling lefties all day and just trying to get one up in the zone that can hit hard. Yeah, I was struggling all day, and I was just trying to get a pitch up in the zone I could hit hard, and it's worked out. Yeah, it's the first walk-off I've ever had, so I'm pretty fired up about it.
Right on. I'm on $1,000 there, out in the stands with that leading off the third. Take us through your at-bat and a solid day at the plate overall with 3 hits.
I was just trying to see the ball deep. I've been struggling a little bit, been on my front foot, and kind of made an adjustment to the MVP. Helped out a lot. And it's kind of cool, the whole $1,000 thing. I forgot about my at-bat, but for some lucky fan,
What are your views on the standings here going into the All-Star break?
I feel good. We're swinging the bat well, pitching well. We had a few tough losses last week, but we turned it around and keep going.
And what a big-time win, possibly in the grand scheme of things, as we take a look at the very competitive FCBL East standings. The Mavericks able to pull even with the Sharks with a win tonight. They're back above 500, just 3.5 games back of the league-leading Rocks, and staving off the full-on assault by the North Shore Navigators, who have rapidly made themselves relevant, winning 8 of their last 10. And here's a look at the previous night's results. That's Thursday night, where the Mavericks took a solid 5-3 victory at home over the top team in the West, the Pittsfield Suns. Couple of key stat lines to note here. Phenomenal joint pitching effort by the Seacoast, with Ethan Kimber striking out 7 over 4 1/3 innings pitched. Then the Relief Corps took over, not allowing a single run. Driscoll nabs the win to improve to 4-1, while Martin and Vernon combined for 3 perfect innings and the finish. Woo, what an awesome finish we had here tonight, folks. The show just keeps getting better as we near that All-Star break in the midway point in the season. Seacoast takes a big one against the Sharks. Come on out tomorrow night for the last game of the homestand. That's Saturday night. 6:35 is the first pitch. Craig Riotto signing off. What an episode. Mavericks Spotlight.